Hello, welcome back to In the Court of the Wenton King. It's nearly the new year, isn't it? It's nearly the new year. Do you have any New Year's resolutions?
No.
Neither do I. But, yes, I've thought about the passage of time, etc. Blah blah blah. So I've made a time machine. This is the time machine here. So we're going to travel back in time to see what the past was like. Ready?
Yeah.
Whoa. Well, we've come back through time. Has anything changed?
Feels the same.
It does, doesn't it?
Kind of looks the same as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, what are we doing?
We're finalising our Michael Jackson Odyssey
Yes.
with the 1991 release.
Dangerous. Is he dangerous?
I think he's very dangerous, Kev.
Didn't make a joke there. You're impressed. But yeah, I don't think he's dangerous at all. Yeah. So this isn't the album I expect. This is a dance album.
Right.
And
They're
it
all
is
dance albums, aren't they, to a certain extent?
to a certain extent, but Thriller and Bad much less so.
Right, okay.
So in a way, he's gone back to his roots. He's gone back to his roots of dance music. This is dance music, and I'm impressed how contemporary it is. It's nothing like Bad at all.
You mean it's aged quite well?
No, it's aged quite badly, but it's very much of its time. It sounds contemporary,
Right.
in the same way Bad sounded contemporary, which is and Off the Wall sounded contemporary as well. So that's impressive how he can change. But I think he was broken by this point. There's something wrong. There's something missing. It's completely mindless and completely inane. And his voice is horrible. It's changed, and he's sort of shouting. It sounds forced. It sounds like it does sound like there's an element of sort of frustration, but it isn't translated into the energy. Doesn't go into the music. It's like he's not able to. It's like there's a barrier between him and his soul.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe that's this strange belief of having to be Bill and Ted,
Right.
be the Beatles, which he could have done, I think. But yeah, it's also commercially minded. That he expected Bad to sell much more than Thriller. That's ridiculous. How can he expect that?
Well, I think from his point of view, he thought it was a better album. Ergo, it should sell more. I think what sort of strikes me about this album is we've got more songs.
Too many songs.
Yeah, it's too many songs. And he's kind of done what he did with Bad and Thriller, where he's sort of taken themes and developed them a little bit. And it's starting to feel like development for the sake of nothing.
Yeah.
It's not like he's generating a new sound or anything like that, or anything radically new.
Yeah.
He's just riffing on
The contemporary sound.
established themes with a contemporary slant.
Yeah.
To shift albums, and it's sort of, there is very little artistic integrity in this. Not that
It isn't good. There is something good in it.
Yeah.
But you say nothing. There is nothing. There's nothing there. There's a nothingness to it. It's empty.
It has become, I mean, with Off the Wall, there is a sort of bridging up where he's trying to establish himself, so he's trying to establish that sound, or he's trying to find his voice, his particular way of doing things. He's done that now. So what is there left for him to do other than sell records?
I have to say, this is a great collection of intros. All the intros are great. Most of the songs, when they start, you think, oh, this is good. And it either goes downhill or not.
I think because of its sort of pop sensibility, it's not, I don't think it's out and out pop music.
It's dance music. It's not. It's very little pop. There's a bit of pop, but not a lot.
Yeah.
It's dance music.
And the great thing about dance music is it's very easy to engage with it. All you got to do is bob your head, and you sort of engage with it, and that's as deep as it goes.
Well, exactly. Yeah.
There's
So
there's nothing in the lyrics. There's nothing in the arrangements that's particularly inspiring. It's all sort of, okay, my head's bobbing.
That's the rhythm.
You got me going. Okay.
So first song,
Jam.
Jam. Great intro. His voice is horrible.
Yeah.
I think it's a window into how he writes. I get the impression he probably beatboxes the songs and then maybe plays with a drum machine to get the sound.
Going back to that sort of engagement with music, with this song, all you got to do is say jam on the beat.
Yeah.
And you're there. And that's what it's for.
Next song.
Why You Wanna Trip on Me.
As a song, it's probably one of the best songs on the album, but his voice makes it unlistenable. It's really strained. It's like he's trying very hard to feel the emotions. Oh! But it just sounds like he's doing a poo.
In the closet.
I will say horrible music, but contemporary music. So this is what music has become. But I haven't actually got through the song, so I'm not qualified to review it because I haven't actually sat through the whole thing. But I didn't like it.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's the video, but there's something about this song that reminds me of Prince for some reason.
Yeah, the worst of Prince. 4.
She Drives Me Wild.
Another really good intro. It starts so well, and it's back to the R&B thing, and so there's an element of him going back, but it's contemporary, almost like the Beastie Boys or something. So that's cool. But once it starts, it's really funny video with Eddie Murphy. Have you seen it? I've never seen it. I watched it today.
No, I don't think I can.
It's really funny. Eddie Murphy is Ramesses in Egypt.
Oh, I do remember.
It's great.
Yeah.
It's really funny.
Remember.
But that completely overshadows the song, which is.
Do you remember? Yeah, that is a big problem with all these Michael Jackson songs. Actually, you get the video is so intrinsic to the song.
Yeah, and he makes really
the way it's
good
portrayed. It's sort of as soon as you hear the song, that's all you think about is the video.
Yeah.
You start reviewing the video in your mind. You start thinking about the video.
Yeah,
and it's not the best thing to do, but
yeah. But when the music's so empty, that's what it's all about, isn't it? It's the whole multimedia marketed product.
Do you remember? Basically, a half decent intro and utterly forgettable from that point onwards.
Yeah, but another great intro that is contemporary of its time.
Heal the world.
A bucket isn't enough.
Make it a better place.
Just imagine there's a bath down there.
Human race.
It's so saccharine, it's so empty and forced, and it has a disgusting emotional porn video of children playing. Go look at the children! Oh!
I think this may be when we reviewed Bad, we sort of went into a little bit about Man in the Mirror.
Yeah.
Maybe this is what he means. He means in future I'm going to put songs like this on my albums.
He thinks he's Jesus by this point, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've forgotten about that. This is the famous single, isn't it? Yeah.
Black or White.
Is the second half of the album like the pop album and the first half is the dance album? Is that what it is? I get that impression. It's a bit more diverse in the second half.
Yeah, it looks like it, doesn't it?
So yeah, and it's got this strange intro, which is on the video, of a kid playing rock music loud and his parents saying, "Turn it down!" And then he says, "Rah!" and gets big amps and blows them away. And that's on the record. It makes no sense on the record. And also, what has that got to do with an inane pop song that his parents would like him listening to?
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense, does it?
This was quite... This undermined the album at the time because there was a whole question mark of his appearance, his skin appearance. Sort of like. And I was like, why are you singing like this? Is this just to explain away that, you know... maybe, again, it's like the last track, he's trying to affect some kind of change through his music, but it's too poppy, and his persona isn't like that. His persona, he has as we said, he's transcended music. He's not just a pop star. He's a sort of fashion icon and everything else at this point. Yeah. But he's not in a suitable position to
address such an issue.
Which is strange because he is sort of like the first black performer to really break through,
to be as big as the Beatles and Led Zeppelin and whatever.
But maybe the sense is that he did that by selling out. I don't think he necessarily did. He did sell out.
No, he didn't. No,
I think that was an accusation that was levelled towards him.
I can't really remember this, but I think it's like Bad. It's another song on Bad. That's it. That's all.
Who is it?
Is that what it's called?
Yeah. Is it a friend of mine?
Who is it? Da-da-da-da. Is it who is it? Is it who? Who is it? That's how it goes.
It's alright, it's sort of pretty forgettable.
I've forgotten it.
Yeah. Good intro, good rhythm, pretty forgettable everything else.
This is Michael Jackson blues. I think this is him doing his blues kind of thing. Obviously his voice isn't suited to it at all. And it's very sort of, I'm going to feel the emotions now, oh! Which spoils it a bit, but it's probably quite a good song. Also Slash is on it.
Oh yeah. Again, so you're playing on that theme from
Thriller?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's actually correct. It's, you know, if Van Halen was on Thriller, then Slash should be on this. That's right. Slash is really influential, and I don't think people recognise this, in that Van Halen was very influential, and the sort of Van Halen Malmsteen 80s-ness, whilst they were great, they influenced a lot of very boring guitarists, and that became very criticised because it was boring. It was Slash that got rid of that. I think probably people would think it was Kurt Cobain maybe, which is nonsense, but it was Slash on his own. It was just Slash. Made people realise you can play the guitar with dirty fingernails and bow and make noise, and it sounds great.
Big hair, fag point, you know. They're all pretty alright, you know. Would I go hunting for this track? I don't think. I think that's the issue with the album. There's not many tracks I actually go hunting for.
No, no.
Whereas the other albums, they definitely had those standout tracks.
Oh, it's like this is like a gospel-y kind of Michael Jackson song. Will you be there? Will you go here? Will you be there, there, yeah. It's like a gospel-y thing. I suppose I like the idea. I applaud the sentiment of him doing a slightly different style with backing vocals and everything.
Yeah.
But the song just isn't good enough.
No, I agree. It's a bit forgettable. Next track is track 12.
Music.
You've got to keep the faith. Yeah, rubbish.
Yeah.
Next track, Gone Too Soon, track 12.
More music. He puts the musics together in one glorious whole.
He does this, doesn't he? Sort of groups them in styles together.
Very strange, very strange. And so that means there's this whole period of the album that you can just skip.
Yeah.
I think this is worse than the previous track as well. I think this is horrible. It's track 13 because it's hidden.
It's horrible. It's one for people of a less robust sentiment.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you're less cynical. If
you've got butterflies in your heart and fairies in your brain, you will like this song.
Yes. Yes.
Next track.
14. It's a reprise. It's a reprise. It's great, and it's that same rhythm again, and it's a song, and it's epic. It's a big epic ending, like you should have, and he didn't have on the other albums. His voice is rubbish, which spoils it, and it sounds like he wrote the song, and then he had to put the Michael Jackson noises in it, and that spoils it as well.
Yeah.
But
it's alright. It's the title track of the album, and it comes last. And
yeah, he went out on a high. He didn't just fall off the edge like some of the other stuff. See, That's Dangerous. Meh album, completely forgettable. Really, it wasn't worth us talking that long about it. I don't think really. So, Michael Jackson top 10. I choose. I'm going first. I choose Beat It.
I better get Thriller in there before you think that.
Billie Jean.
Smooth Criminal.
That track 2 from Off the Wall, the funky one.
Leave Me Alone.
Track 1 from Thriller.
Okay. Dirty Diana.
Okay. And I choose the last song on Off the Wall.
I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll have the Earth song. I know we haven't reviewed it, but I'll have the Earth song. Because, what's his face?
Because of Jarvis Cocker.
Yeah, because of Jarvis Cocker.
In tribute to Jarvis Cocker.
Yeah. Okay,
that's it. That was hard work.
What about Sunshine?
Certainly for me, that was not a comfortable ride. I don't know whether I mentioned, I might have told you, but when we did the first Michael Jackson album, I had a really rough night, really restless night. It was only in the morning when I woke up I realised it was because we were doing Michael Jackson, and it felt wrong.
Okay,
but that's good. That means it's done me good.
Things that I listened to many, many, many years ago, and that was kind of nice.
Nostalgia-y thing.
Yeah, a bit of nostalgia. Yeah, we'll be back.
We'll be back. Not next week. The week after, we're having a week off for New Year. David Bowie, the Thin White Duke. We're going to do Station to Station and the Berlin Trilogy. So join us then for more of the Court of the Wenton King.
La.
Oh.